Do you know how much waste is generated each year by the construction industry? If waste on a construction site is not managed, useful materials can be thrown away and wasted. This is irresponsible of the contractor because it wastes his valuable resources that he has already purchased, as well as his time, as he'll have to go rebuy them, and the owner's money. This is not what you would want if you're building a house and your contractor is wasting your money by not taking care of what resources he's already purchased and used on your site. I'm studying building science and plan on working in the construction industry when I get out of school. I've been around the industry and worked in the summertime for construction companies and seen firsthand the amount of waste that is generated and the lack of attention that is paid on how to manage this waste. I think construction companies could benefit greatly from heightened awareness of waste management practices that can cut costs for their building practices as well as improve their efficiency. Through waste management practices, trash sent to landfills can be diverted greatly, and construction companies can save money and time. I'll be talking about planning through the pre-construction process to eliminate waste, as well as ways to reduce, reuse, and recycle waste on a job site. There are many benefits in managing waste on a construction job site. First, if you're building a house, you would want your contractor to take care of his materials that he has at the job and not waste them simply because he doesn't think he'll need them. If materials are carelessly wasted, this will make your house cost more money as he'll have to go buy materials over and over again after he's thrown them away. Some waste can be cut out altogether from the construction process by pre-construction planning by the architects and engineers. When designing the building, the engineer and architect can meet together and look over the plans, cutting out any areas that would potentially make extra waste and are not very necessary to the building. The contractor can also eliminate waste through accurate quantity takeoffs when he's ordering his materials and reading the plans. If a contractor is careless when reading the plans and is not accurate with his quantities of materials he needs to order, he could potentially order extra materials that he does not need that would have to be thrown away and not useful on the job. Ordering materials all at once can be cheaper, but should be avoided as the building could possibly change and the plans could change. Then the contractor would have too many materials that he does not need and they would just have to be thrown away. Recycling and developing a plan of where to put recyclable materials on a job site is an important part of waste management. When starting a job, the contractor should find a specific spot on the job site to put waste management bins such as recycling bins and dumpsters for trash that will go to the landfill. These spots should be easily accessible by both laborers and subcontractors on the job by foot, as well as trucks to haul the materials off to different locations such as recycling facilities and scrap yards and landfills. Laborers and subcontractors should also be informed of what materials need to go in these different bins. This way they won't accidentally throw away something that needs to be recycled or recycle something that cannot be recycled and should just be thrown away. The general contractor is responsible for informing the subcontractors and all laborers and workers on site what materials can be recycled and what materials should not be recycled, as well as what materials should be saved for salvage and sold to scrap yards. Reusing materials on site is another possibility. You can also organize and put your materials in a storage container on site for possible reuse later in the job or at a different job even if you're the contractor. This can save the contractor money if he already has materials left over that he's already paid for and doesn't have to go buy them for further parts of the job. Materials that have the potential for reuse should be organized and labeled clearly in either a metal building or a storage container or a trailer. Materials that cannot be reused can often be sent to reclaim facilities and sold for scrap. These include scrap yards as well as warehouses that sell various building materials. Keeping these materials separate from recyclable materials is very important, or else they'll get mixed in and just sent to the recycling plant, and this would not be good because they can be exchanged for money and recyclable materials cannot. Extra doors, windows, and various other hardware can be sold to reclaim facilities such as scrap yards for cash by the contractor. Today I have talked about ways to reduce, reuse, and recycle waste on a construction site, as well as how to eliminate waste through pre-construction planning. The construction industry produces a large amount of waste, and many construction companies would benefit greatly from improved waste awareness and would increase their productivity and lower their operating costs by implementing a good waste management plan.